Right, hi lads and lasses, and welcome to March's edition of A Chuck and a Chat. Fantastic little tip this. Throw your first dart in and throw your second dart at your first dart's flight. Your third dart at your first dart's flight. And just believe me, throw it at the flight, you won't hit it. All you'll do is you'll get your grouping really good. So throw your first dart in, and then your second dart at your first dart's flight, and then your third dart at your first dart's flight. And there you go. Straight out the bat, first thing in the morning, 180. Certainly is. 180. Oh, 180. Hi lads and lasses, and welcome to March's edition of A Chuck and a Chat. As I said in the last couple of videos, we've got a hell of a lot to talk about this month. First of all, the new shirt, as you can see. We've gone in association with BVD Darts, which is Brian Van Doren. That's the darts, big dart shop over there in Northern Ireland. He's reached out to me. We've had a couple of conversations and what have you, and we've decided to strike up cool things. I'm going to mention his products. He's going to send me some things to review and promote, and that's the way that it's going to work. Hopefully it'll be a long and strong partnership. Looks like we've got a real lot to offer each other. So let's go over into section 1, and what we'll do is we'll talk about these shirts and what have you over in section 1. So let's go over there right now. Right, so here we are over in section 1, and what we're going to talk about is our new sort of partnership. We've got somebody we're going to be in association with from now onwards for the foreseeable future, and that's BVD Darts. So he's got his own website and everything. It's a proper dart shop over in Northern Ireland. They do express delivery, so I ordered these shirts. He managed to get them made for me. They landed with him on the Wednesday afternoon, and by Thursday morning they were in my house. So absolutely fantastic service, what an absolute star. This chap is called Brian Van Doren, and he does everything from the little tool that you use to take broken shafts out of barrels. You can buy them off him, all the way up to full setups, which is boards, lights, surrounds, mats, you name it. He does all the products, and they're all on his website. So if you go to www.bvddarts.co.uk, you'll be able to find him there, or as we do with Dynamite Dave, just Google it. So if you put BVD Darts into Google, it comes up with his website. As I say, we've been communicating for a while now. This has been boiling up in the background, and now it's come to fruition. So the first thing that me and Brian worked on was the new shirts. As you can see, and as you saw at the UK Open, the shirts are fantastic. The other thing is Brian has very, very, very kindly, and it's Brian who's donated this. He's donated one of these original Dynamite Dave darts coaching shirts. As I say, the one that you saw at the UK Open, which is the new professional shirt, made fantastic quality and what have you, lovely to wear, fantastic to chuck in. Right, so if you want to be entered in for the draw for the shirt, it's all completely free, but there is a couple of things that we are going to request that you do to actually be entered in for this. There's two things we want you to do. We want you to like, obviously, hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button for us. So it's basically, this is a unique one for subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed up to now and you want a chance of winning the Dynamite Dave shirt, hit that subscribe button, the little red one underneath. So hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and share it. What I want you to do is, there's a little share button underneath the video here, if you can see down it. Click that share button, share it to your Facebook, share it to Twitter, share it to Instagram, Tumblr, wherever you actually do your social media, spread it far and wide. Each and every one of those that shared and liked it and done all the bits and bobs will be entered into the hat to win the shirt. Right, so that's section 1, so we know about the shirts now, and we know about BVD Darts, all the different products that they do and everything. If you go over there onto the website, you'll find you can get anything that you need to get. It's absolutely 100% reliable, Brian. He's fantastic. I've been dealing with him, like I say, in the background for a good while. He does printed flights, so if you want personalised flights or stems, he can arrange all that sort of stuff. So everything you want within your darting life can be bought from BVD Darts. Right, so let's go over into section 2 now, and we'll talk about the new raffle and also what the prizes are, because what we're going to do is in a slightly different way. So let's go over there and find out exactly how right now. Alright, so here we are over in section 2, and section 2 is going to be about the raffle. Right, so the raffle is going to carry on sort of the same as it was. It's still exactly the same, £2 per entry, as many entries as you want. Down here, PayPal me link, same as usual. The difference it's going to be is the prizes. So what we've decided to do to make it a little bit more interesting and a little bit more appealing to different people is what we're going to do is we're going to every month give the choice of 3 or 4 different sets of darts. So basically, because people have said to me, and they're quite right, certain people like bomb-shaped darts, some people like straight cut darts, some people like arrows darts, some people like target, some people like this. Obviously we can only have so many choices to choose from, and they will roll. So basically every month one new and different set of darts will come in behind the other ones, because I've managed to build these up now, and this is what I wanted to do for a while, because it gives you the choice then, it gives you a better, more interesting choice of what you would like. And also obviously what we're going to do is we're going to introduce some other things, so it's not only going to be darts, but on every month you're going to get the option of darts and something else. So this month it's going to be darts or a dartboard stand. Next month it's going to be possibly darts, dartboard stand or a case, etc, etc. So at least then you've got something. If you want to put your pennies in, if you win, you've got a chance of actually choosing what you want. So what we're going to do this month is we'll introduce this new system now. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with these, which are the Mission Ioxin darts. Fantastic darts. What I'm going to do is the same as every month. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw each and every one of these for you. So these will all have been chucked by me by the end of it. So we'll do a little bit of a video at the end of this to tag on to the end of it, so you'll be able to see each and every one of them being chucked. What we'll do is we'll fire up some photographs so you can see the different darts of what you've got a choice of. So them are the first ones, which are the Mission AOXION, or whatever you call them. AXION. Don't even know how to say it, to be honest with you. Good darts though, really nice, fantastically made, well machined and everything, really nice. So that's dart set number 1. Dart set number 2 is the Gary Anderson World Championship or World Champion darts. Again, another fantastic set of darts. These are 23 grams, the same as the Ioxomes or whatever they call them. They're 23 grams as well. So these Gary Andersons are 23 grams. World Champion. So that's number 2. Number 3 are, because these came back round again, because I gave Clive Dickinson, I think it was, Clive Dickinson, I gave him the choice between the John Lowe darts and some other darts, and he chose the Darryl Gurney ones. So these now have come back round, so we've got the opportunity of a bomb set of darts. So these are, the John Lowe Ambassador darts, which are 50 odd quid's worth. The Gary Anderson ones are 50 odd quid's worth. And then we've got, which are new out, and these seem to be very, very popular with people, these, very popular. And that is the Harrows Paragons. Now these have got a seriously good grip, great for if you've got sweaty hands and what have you. Fantastic darts, but they're a lovely dart to look at, a lovely dart to chuck. A nice straight cut barrel, so it's going to suit people who like straight cut darts. Also the Gary Andersons are straight cut. The Mission darts are like a bit of a stretched out rugby ball. They're slim and then they go a little bit, you'll see in the photographs anyway, they go a bit thicker towards the end and then dive off to a point a bit like the Darryl Fitton ones. So that's them, the Paragons, so you've got them as well. Or the Piece de Resistance, for me anyway, because I've chucked a set of these before, and these are one of the best chucking darts that I've come across in a long time, these, and they're very neutral, very easy to throw, and what a nice lad as well. And these are the Dave Chisnells. These are the latest ones with the black, silver and gold. They look absolutely fantastic, these, they really do. But on top of that, they throw really well. They throw very well, these. I'm very impressed with them. So those are your 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth and final option this month is the Dave Chisnell darts. So, as always, it's £2 per entry down here. You can put in £2, £4, £10, £20. It's entirely up to you. Chizzy darts are 50 quid, £48.95, near enough everywhere. Some places they're 56, some places they're 60. But the average price for them is 50 quid. So virtually every set of darts here is worth a minimum of 50 quid. So a really worthy price, as I'm sure you'll agree. So you get the choice of any one of those sets of darts. Also, I've got a darts caddy dartboard stand, which is the tripod where you can put your dartboard up, you can move it round, take it on holiday with you, throw it in the boot of your car, take it anywhere. If you're going away for a weekend, you can put it up in your hotel room. Fantastic bit of kit. Right, so don't forget, this will now run till the 15th. It will be pulled out on the 15th of next month, which is April. So the 15th of April, the prize will be pulled out. If there's any alteration in that because of a weekend or because something's happened, I'll let you know in plenty of time. And all that means is it might mean that the raffle runs for an extra couple of days, so you've got a couple of days extra chance to get your entries in. So it's £2 down here, PayPal me, and that's section 2. So let's go over now into section 3, which is the technical spot. So let's go over into section 3. Right, so here we are over in section 3, and what we're going to talk about today is a small side of the mental side of the game, and it's about anxiety, and it's about relaxing between throws and relaxing between legs, and the importance of it, especially in a match. So what we were talking about was calming your nerves down and getting yourself prepared for competition. It works the same if you're playing in the pub, works the same if you're playing in a little bit of a league. This works all the way round through everything. And we've seen 1 in 1,000 dart players do it on the TV. How many dart players have you seen? Especially Dave Chisnell. Dave Chisnell does it a lot. He'll walk up to the hockey and he'll go before he throws his darts. And that is a form of it. It's a form of calming yourself down. What it is it's what I called in some previous videos from a while back, breathing yourself down. And we all do it. Everybody does it at night time when they go to sleep. You get in bed, you lie down, you sort of starting to relax, and your breathing pattern changes. And as your breathing pattern is changing from your waking state of breathing to your sleeping state of breathing, your breathing becomes deeper, slower and longer. So obviously it expands the breaths out, and that is what calms you down as you fall to sleep. Everybody does that. There's nobody who goes to sleep panting, no one in the world, unless they've got an heart condition, of course, or something wrong with the lungs. 99.9% of people, I do this and my wife does this because I've heard her do it. She puts her head on the pillow and she can tell that she's still there, and then all of a sudden she goes and that's you falling. And as you fall, you start to calm down. And as you start to calm down, all the anxieties of the day and everything start to leave you, and you start to become calm. And that is exactly what you do when you're playing darts. You learn how in a awakened state to get yourself into that halfway house between being up here and being down here. So if you're up here and you're all tense and your muscles are tense and everything, and you're really trying, this is where all your inaccuracies come from, all your anxiety, all your missing your doubles and what have you, because you've heard them say it. Chris Mason says it a lot. Somebody will go for a double and they'll say there was tension in his arm. Once you get tension in your arm, that's it, you're fighting against yourself. So what you need to be when you're throwing your darts is you need to be as calm as possible. It's possible for everybody to do this, and I mean everybody, because everybody goes to sleep at night time. No matter how worked up you get during the day, everybody sleeps at night. Some people suffer with a bit of sleeping problems and what have you, and obviously there's not a lot we can do about that, but On a general basis, and everybody's different, as I say with every video that I do, this is all subjective and it's all up to you. It's just, I'm telling you now the way that I do it and the way that I believe works, and it works for me. Whether it'll work for you or not is entirely up to yourself. It's like anything, if you don't want it to work, it's never going to work. What you need to do, and the best way to do this, the best time to do this, is probably when you're sat on your own. So if you go and sit off in the kitchen or upstairs on your own somewhere, on a chair, you can do it in your thing in your garage where you do your darts and what have you. You can even do it and go and stand at the back of the hockey if you want, if that's what you want to do. But what you want to do is stand with your feet shoulder width apart, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, and slow it down. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Slow that breathing down. Take a deep breath and then controlled on the out, so it's a. And as you're breathing out, feel everything disappear out of you. So basically you can feel all your tenseness and everything just coming out as you breathe out. And as that happens, you should be able to feel yourself as if you're descending. It feels like you're floating down. You're not dropping like a stone, you're just floating down. So basically you just, it's like letting air out of a balloon. So let a bit of air out, hold it, let a bit of air out, hold it, and eventually the balloon's empty. And that's your anxiety, that's your being worked up, shall we say, that's your, where you're like this. Just breathe it all away, just let it all go, just let it all out. Right, so that's the technical bit. Let's go over into section 4 now, and we'll go and do a bit of practice. So let's go over into section 4. Right, here we are up in the studio, and what we're going to do for this month's bit of a practice chuck is something that's happening on Facebook. What it is you get 100 darts at the bullseye, and it's see how many bullseyes you can hit out of that 100 darts. They're doing it on, 90% of them are doing it on a soft tip board, so obviously the soft tip board, the bullseye is a fair bit bigger than it is on the standard board which I've got here. So, but it's much of a muchness. They play on that board, I play on mine. I'm going to just do this on my board, so it just, I don't know, just evens it up. It's my game's my game. The soft tip game is a soft tip game. I understand that hitting the bulls on a soft tip one is, well, it's a lot easier for me anyway, because I did it at the UK Open. They had some boards up there. I found it quite good. The only thing that I found, the darts were too light for my liking. They were little brass things, and they were, if you could get some like decent darts, which I think they do, then I won't mind having a proper go at that. But anyway, let's stop waffling and get on with this. What it is it's 100 darts, as many bullseyes, inners and outers you can get. You count the inners and the outers, so it's just basically whatever we hit. So here we go, let's have a go at this. Right, so here we go on the old bully challenge. Oh. Visit one outer, one inner. Visit two, one outer, one inner. Visit three, one outer and one inner. Visit four, two outers. Visit five, two outers. Visit six, two outers. Visit 7, an outer and an inner. Visit 8, 2 inners. Visit 9, 1 outer. Visit 10, 2 outers. Visit 11, 2 outers. Visit 12, 1 inner. Visit 13, 1 inner. Visit 14, 1 inner, 1 outer. Visit 15, 2 inners. Oh dear. Let's visit 16, is it? Is it 16 or 17? 16 we'll call it. 1 inner, 1 outer. Visit 17, 1 outer. Visit 18, 3 outers. Oh. Visit 19, 2 outers. Visit 20, 2 outers. Visit 21, 1 outer. Visit 22, 1 inner. Visit 23, 2 inners. Visit 24, 2 outers. Visit 25. Outer and an inner. Visit 26. An inner and an outer. Visit 27. 2 outers. Visit 28. 2 outers. Oh. Visit 29. 2 outers. I was a bit worried about going for that. I thought I was going to knock it out. Right, so last full visit. 1 inner and 2 outers. Last dart. An outer. Right, so that was a bit of a grueler. Good practice routine, I suppose, but don't particularly like hammering just one section of the board. Right, so that'll do us. Work all that out and I'll write it up on the Facebook page. Right, so we've come to the end of March's edition of A Chuck and a Chat. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been informative and what have you. A little bit of a foray into the mental side of the game. Slight, I know we've covered it once or twice before, but I like to cover it in a slightly different way each time, and I hope that I've achieved that. We've got the new raffle and the new way that it's done. I think it's a nice, fresh and interesting way of doing it. So you've got a choice this month of any one of 5 sets of darts or a darts caddy, which is the tripod, so you can take your board wherever you want to go. Absolutely excellent for when you go on holiday or something like that. Go fishing with our kid every now and again. We get an hotel room, put the darts caddy up, we can have a game of darts as well while we're at it, while we're getting ready to go out at night time on the bay. Absolutely spot on, they are really good. Plus the other thing is, if you've not got a conducive environment to have a dartboard up, it's a great thing because all you do is fold the legs down, put it down behind the couch or something, or in the corner. Just stand it up in the corner or whatever, and then just get it out when you want to play. Really, really versatile, really, really good piece of equipment. Right, so that is £2 down here, PayPal me. Less probably than, well, it is definitely less than a coffee in somewhere like Costa or something like that. It's about half the price of a pint, so if you bought 2 tickets for £4, it's the price of a pint in a decent pub. So again, £2 down here, PayPal me. The other thing that we covered was the new association with BVD Darts, one of Northern Ireland's biggest dart shops. Brian Van Doren, BVD Darts. Get yourself onto his website, get buying some stuff off him. So get over to Brian's website, get some stuff bought off him. Don't forget anything from for a broken shaft remover all the way right the way up to whatever you need, dartboard, lights. I think he does customised dart surrounds, he does all sorts of stuff, flights, everything, does everything and anything to do with darts. Anything you don't forget, if you want to be entered in for the Dynamite Dave signed shirt, dead easy, all you've got to do is down here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button and share it across social media. And for everybody who does that, you'll be entered into the competition. It's for a totally 100% free shirt. These shirts are worth about 44-45 quid, so well worth a go. Like I say, very, very generously donated by Brian Van Doren and BVD Darts. Our new association, so hopefully, like I say, this will be a long and strong partnership. So like I say, if you want to be entered in for the shirt, all you've got to do is down here, like, subscribe, share it on your social media, tell all your mates. If they get on, get it shared, get it liked, you've got a good chance of getting a shirt. And these are proper quality shirts. They're not they're not like a cheap t-shirt or something like that. These are like the proper dart players shirts, right? You can get him on Facebook as well, BVD Darts on Facebook, or Brian Van Doren. Type that in, he'll come up. You can get hold of him there. And that's about it really, I think. Oh, and the bully challenge, well, not a bully challenge, it was just something that came up on Facebook. And I just said, which I think is a fair thing to say, and it's a good thing to say, because what I'm trying to do is encourage people to actually put videos on. Instead of putting a photograph of a 180, put a video on of a couple of hundreds. It's miles better. I'd rather watch a video, because I love grassroots darts. I don't mind watching somebody in the shed, or somebody in the garage, or somebody in the local pub. I think it's fantastic. It's just as good for me as it is watching the lads on the telly. Really is for me, because I love the game. Just as good, and that's why I play finger log end of a Tuesday night when I can now. Great stuff. So we did a bull challenge for Facebook. Chap on there had put some comments on and just said, I think it's a better idea if we can actually see you doing it. I wasn't being aggressive to him or anything, I was just saying that I think it's better if somebody, because we've all got smartphones nowadays, I think it's just great if you can just do a little bit of a video yourself. To be honest with you, it doesn't matter if you're absolutely useless. As long as you're having a go, that's all that matters to me. It doesn't matter how good or how bad you are, it's irrelevant. Right, so thanks for watching Darts Coaching with Dynamite Dave. I hope March's Chuck and a Chat's been informative. I hope it's been entertaining for you. I hope you've enjoyed it, because I've certainly enjoyed making it. And don't forget, lads and lasses, you'll only ever get out of this game what you're prepared to put in. And always, 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 toe to the hockey!